Here we are on the ice train to Berlin. There's a little board up there which tells us we're currently travelling at around 195 kilometres an hour, which is the fastest I've ever gone on land, I can tell you that. It feels quite comfortable and safe in here. It's nice and warm, and it's just an easy way to travel around Germany on the trains.
Much more comfortable than airplanes.
Yeah, on planes you're waiting at the airport for 2 hours before you can board. Here you just go to the station, the train rocks up. You don't have to show your ticket until the ticket guy comes and sees you.
I'll be right up there somewhere.
Jackie, where are we?
I hope in Berlin.
If it's not, we're in the wrong city. But I think we are. I think we did good. It was about 9:30 we left this morning, and it's now 2:30, so 5 hours, and we got up to 250 kilometres an hour at one point. We finally made it to our hotel in Berlin after, well, we got off the train, we got on another train at a different level, and then we got off that train and went to another level. We got on a tram, we got off that tram, we got on another tram, and now I'm completely lost. So I think I'm just going to end up living in Berlin forever because I can't get out. Here's our little room for the week. And there we go. So we're looking at the US Embassy, and we're coming up to the Brandenburg Gate. It's quite a large building, a lot of spy stuff going on here. What do you think?
Probably, yeah.
See Tom Hanks, Bridge of Sighs happening. This is a magnificent structure, the Brandenburg Gate. Long history. There's some good little documentaries on YouTube about the history of it. Here we are at the Brandenburg Gate, and here's our lovely newlywed couple getting some happy snaps for their album. What I did with, on my honeymoon with Mum.
That's good. That's what AI is for now. It's like the Harry Potter thing. Yeah. I don't know.
I can do it with my mum as well. And yet another Christmas market, this time in Berlin. There's a bit of room because it's early in the day. This one's pretty spectacular. It's got actually enclosed warm area, full of stalls and glass walls.
And beautiful handcrafts.
Lots of jewellery, and I like the glass rings. Did you see them?
No.
Oh, very nice. They're big, chunky ones. And of course, always food and blue wine and beer. In the middle of the square on May the 10th, 1933, Nazi students burned the works of hundreds of freelance writers, journalists, philosophers and scientists. This is the exact spot, and in here we have, see the glass and see a white room with empty bookshelves as a memorial to that evening. So today we're travelling to, what's the name of the place, Christoph?
It's called Gedenkstätte Sachsenhausen. Yes.
Sachsenhausen, which was a concentration camp just north of Berlin. Right. And this is our people mover for the day. A
Opel Corsa.
Opel Corsa. fact is,
Oh, I don't have my microphone.
bloody
though.
freezing. That's alright, I'll pick it up.
Okay. This East Side Gallery opened on September 28, 1990. It is the most visible outcome of the opening of the wall, and it's...
we walk?
Yeah. Wait, there was a better fact, I lost it. I'm not as good as this one.
That's okay. You're doing well.
Am I?
She's
Yeah.
a trained professional.
I can edit too.
I just googled it. More than 118 artists from 21 countries worked on the world's longest open-air gallery.
Ah,
The paintings help keep the historical site alive. An artist began painting the structure just days after the border opened, but the border guards covered the pictures up.
naughty border guards.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then a short time later, the artist David Monti from Schönberg, who also was from Prenzlauer Berg, decided to present his idea of making the wall the largest gallery in the world. And they had to ask the Military of National Defense, and they were like, okay, that's cool.
You can paint on our wall.
And then all of his artist friends they list here, they all started painting on it.
Okay.
Yeah.
So here we are at the Berlin Wall. This is an art installation now. It's the longest in the world at 1.3 kilometres. You heard in the course before telling you about how it was created. Action!
Interesting fact. This whole gallery was repainted in 2009 because it was getting a bit old and not as colourful and didn't look so good. So if you see 2009, it means it was just painted over the original from 1990.
Okay.
It wasn't that fresh.
And times change.
Times change.
It's actually a freezing cold day. It's about 1 degree at the moment, I think. And you can feel it. I've had my glove off for 5 minutes. My hand's freezing. So it's just what we were looking for in Berlin. Cold, the wall, east, west over the top. And here we are. This is the TV tower up close, but at the top of it's in the clouds. It's very overcast and it's drizzling. I think it's 368 metres or something. This is the famous Alexanderplatz. Seems to be a very popular spot. We're now in the old East Berlin section, a place called Pankow. Also where the punk movement was right in East Berlin in the mid-70s to about the war came down. Lots of places here where they hung out and lived, and now it's time to move on. Christoph, tell us about this place. Where are we?
I'm delighted to tell you something. So what I just Googled was basically this place was one of the very first currywurst places we had in Berlin. And in 1930 it was built and went through all the wonderful stuff and all the not so wonderful stuff, and it kept on. And even politicians from the Reichstag came here just to get their bratwurst or currywurst back in the days, to enjoy it and have a beer on the way. And this basically,
for those of us who aren't familiar with currywurst, what is it?
It is basically a bratwurst with warm ketchup on top and a bit of curry powder.
Okay.
That's it.
That's it.
Yeah, right.
Sounds extremely good for your body.
Absolutely delicious. Yes.
No, and it's a big favourite here in Germany.
It actually is. It's one of the most eaten things beside the kebab and döner.
Yes.
Yeah.
But you can buy chips or hummus.
Yes, pommes.
With it.
Yeah.
Hummus. And here we are at the world famous Knopf's. It's Imbiss.
Perfect.
Knopf's Imbiss.
Yes.
What's an Imbiss?
Imbiss is basically what is the English equivalent to Imbiss?
Like a deli.
A deli.
A little restaurant.
We haven't had much cheaper meals this time, right?
And here is the currywurst. There's a lot of ketchup.
There's a lot of ketchup.
There is.
And you get it with a bread roll. And then you can dip it in.
This is the bratwurst. This is just a little bit of ketchup on the pommes. So here we are in Berlin again, and here's the parts of the wall that hasn't been demolished or painted over. You can see it's getting old and the concrete's wearing away, but it's still in position. And the building here is the State German Finance Ministry, where it's been up since 1938. And apparently they used to run a flying fox to get over the wall from here when this was part of the East Germany and East Berlin. So this is the other side of the wall. So this would have been West Berlin, and that side where you see that building was East Berlin. Here's some, we'll probably have a look at that later. This is more about the East-West issue rather than what we're going to see. This is the museum called the Topography of Terror, and it's a walkway plus that large grey building that just at that point was it's a complete history of the rise of the Nazis and the fall and what happened in between. It's well worth a visit if you ever come to Berlin. And here is the old Berlin Wall still in place. It's been here since 1960-ish. But it's a pretty old bit because you can see anyone can escape here. This is Jackie looking to get to the west. We are in the west. Oh, Jackie wants to go east. Scary. Anyway, this is the wall, a section of the wall that's still up. This is where Hitler's bunker was in the final days of the Second World War. There's no monument there's just a sign there, which we'll go and have a look at in a minute. But they're trying to keep it as plain as possible to discourage...
Irrelevant.
Irrelevant. Just to discourage far-right people from coming here and making it a monument. So what you can see, it's nothing special, it's just a car park. So Jackie, it's our last day in Berlin today.
Yeah.
We're going shopping. We're just going to go down the street in the area where we're staying.
Like a random mall.
Look, here we are in Berlin Central train station. It's quite amazing. It makes Adelaide station look pretty pathetic by standards, but there's probably 4 levels of trains and about 20 odd platforms. We're on the ground floor platform where the ice trains are, but it's just amazing. There's shops, there's this beautiful dome metal industrial style roof that keeps everyone dry.
Big Christmas tree.
I think this is the biggest train station I've ever been in.